Hi, welcome to this lecture, IT Systems Management. My name is Tim Luxens. In this lecture, we'll have a quick overview of IT systems, concepts related or applicable, as well as the components that make up IT systems, a quick history, and finally the application in business. So let's get started. So, what is an IT system? In this diagram, IT comprises of computers, communications, and know-how. In very simple terms, the computer system is what accepts, processes, stores, and presents data and information. The communications network is what transmits data from one end to another. Notionally, this is where your network component comes in. The know-how is actually the people and the process aspects which are key in making the technology work. Other aspects that we need to be familiar with include hardware, which is the equipment, program, and software, which is the set of instructions that control the computer and communications network. And of course, as we look at this information system, which is the aggregation of all these components which take in, process, and output data together with its application and interaction with people and process, that's what we call an information system. And importantly, of course, the harnessing of this capability to enable businesses. This is where the management aspect of it comes in. The components of a computer system is hardware and software, with software being divided into two: application software and system software. Application software includes word processors and spreadsheets. System software includes operating systems, utilities, and tools. And operating systems is a classical example, which includes Microsoft Windows, Linux, the Mac, and such. When we look at the IT system or ITIS system functions and users, information technology users include to capture, to process, to transmit, to generate, and obviously to store and retrieve information. The other view could be an internal use of information systems, which is between employees to collaborate or to create business value, or as well as interacting externally with customers, which is business to customer scenario, or in other cases, business to business, which is interfacing with vendors and suppliers. As we look at the brief history and the evolution of IT systems, on the left, we see a chronology of the evolution right from the telegraph to the modern day on the left, and on the right, we see an abstracted view right from the mainframe era in the 60s to the modern era of what we call cloud computing, or the connected era, or the internet era. Lastly, as we look at the application of information systems across the organization, we note that there are different types of information systems required at each level of the organization. Right at the strategic or the top level is executive information systems. At the tactical or middle management level is what you would call management information systems. Also, decision support systems are required to support business at that level. And at the lowest level is operational support systems, which in this case is illustrated by transaction processing systems like order processing that will be used in supermarkets and shops. In the last and in conclusion, you realize that IT systems permeate every sphere of our lives, and those are used whether at community level, personal level, family level, professional level. And also the rate of change, in contrast, as you would see in the middle graph, that it took more than 40 years, for example, in the US to gain a 25% adoption versus less than 10 or even probably 5 years for the adoption of the smartphone to be able to reach the same level comparatively. So I conclude with the notion that the pace of change has indeed accelerated, and technology is being adopted at a rate higher than ever. Thank you for listening to this lecture. Goodbye.